Hello everyone, my name is Bertie and can you guess what we are going to learn about today? That's right, adaptations in animals, which is a very important aspect of their lives. But before I start with the real things, remember this is part 2, and if you want to check part 1, you can check it down in the description. The link is given. So let's start with the animals who are going to grace today's session, and they are the red panda, the lion, the mountain goat, the cat, and the chameleon. Let's hope you enjoy with them. So let's begin with our good friend the red panda. And red pandas are herbivores mostly, except for the occasional bird or the bird's eggs. And they're found in bamboo groves in Asia, and their rusty brownish red coat merges very well with the clumps of reddish brown moss and white lichen which grow around the fir trees. Red pandas do not have paw pads and they have an extra thumb like giant pandas, which is just an enlarged bone. This helps them to hold their bamboos nice and tight. They have super sharp claws which are retractable like those of a cat. Next, we have the grandest of the grand, the king of the jungle, the lion who really lives in grasslands. So, as we know, lions are carnivores, and as I just told you, they live in grasslands in Africa. Their yellow coat merges perfectly with the surrounding landscape, which helps them to spring surprise attacks on their prey. They have long, retractable claws, helping them to hold their prey. Well, where else did we see this adaptation? That's right, the red panda. They have loose skin under their tummy, which helps them to suffer minimal injury if kicked by the prey. They have a superb sense of smell. Next, we have our good friend the mountain goat, who are herbivores residing in the Himalayas in Asia. Their pale white coat merges well with the white snow which surrounds them. Next, the horns of the mountain goat help it to defend itself. They have special hooves which keep them from falling down the huge cliffs. They have powerful hind legs which help them to jump with ease. Next, we have our good friends the chameleons, who are omnivores living in the tropical rainforests. And here's the real thing, their camouflage is that they can change their colors according to their surroundings. That's just magical, isn't it? Their hooded heads help them to collect water in the form of dew, and their skin changes its colors, as I just told you. Their tongue is very, very long, and this helps them to get insects even from a distance. Cats. Old friends, aren't they? Or maybe they're not friends. Depends. Well, they're carnivorous and they live in many, many habitats, and the camouflage depends on the habitat where they live. For example, in the background picture, you can see a leopard, and you can also notice that the coat is similar to its surrounding. Their nocturnal eyes have very well adapted photoreceptors for seeing in the dark. They have superior hearing and a long tail which helps in balancing and just feeling warmer on a cold night. It's question time. Like many of you, I had a question while going through all this, that is, how do chameleons change the color of their skin? We know that a chameleon changes its colors to hide from predators, regulate their body temperature, etc. But how do they do this? Let's see in this diagram which I made. And this is a cross section of a chameleon skin, and here you can see that this is a very much light reflecting layer, as it's also marked. And in one of these little balls, if we take it and dissect it, you will see even smaller balls inside them, and these are called as chromatophores. These chromatophores change their size when required, resulting in a change in color. So, what I want to know is, what is the real sequence of these layers? Well, let's have a look. So, beginning with, at the bottom we have brown, which is melanophores. Then blue is iridophores, and yellow is xanthrophores, and finally red is erythrophores. Interesting. It's quiz time. Let's see if you can answer these questions. Lions live in the dash. The horns of dash help it to defend itself. Cats have dash eyes. Are you ready with your answers? That's great. Let's have a look at them. Lions live in the grasslands and the horns of mountain goats help it to defend itself. Cats have nocturnal eyes. Hmm, look at these animals. Oops, looks like I've mixed up the sequence of adaptations and their animals. Can you help me to match them? Let's do this together. Let's begin with I have a long tail. Who has a long tail? Well, cat has a long tail, right? I have a hooded head. Who has a hooded head? The chameleon has a hooded head, if I'm not very much mistaken. I have loose skin under my tummy. Well, I remember that red pandas have loose skin under their tummies, right? What? No? Lions? Yes. Alright. I have an extra thumb. Who has an extra thumb? Yes, red pandas, right? And finally, I have special hooves. Mountain goats. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions or suggestions, don't hesitate to put it down in the comment box. Until the next session, bye.